Sweden is legalized and regulated cannabis now, so actually these soft drugs are now available in legal form in Sweden. They don't want to make the same mistakes the USA has made, quote unquote, according to Health and Social Services head Jonas Gronhag, who quoted, "We don't want to make these same mistakes. We do not want to be prohibitionists because the war on drugs has been lost long ago. It's better to prevent marginalization of young people than jail them for soft drug usage, which are comparatively harmless." Well, unless, of course, the entire prison system is designed to do this. You see, the war on drugs is an elaborate fraud, ladies and gentlemen. You have the CIA bringing in cocaine and heroin, caught many, many times on record. You have Wells Fargo and Wachovia and Bank of America being busted, laundering billions and billions and billions, hundreds of billions of dollars in drug money. You have a private prison system that profits from putting people in jail for having like a trace amount of cocaine on a mirror, or they have a little bit too much marijuana, or all of these other things, while these other criminals are, of course, they're getting away with the operation, enslaving the population once again through this system. So people that are unaware that if you actually legalize drugs, drug usage goes down, crime goes down. This is all statistically proven. Why do you think Sweden is now going forth with this? Of course, this is going to be going against the order of things, the natural order of the New World Order, which is, again, in America, coming down tremendously quickly into a police state. It's just absolutely unbelievable what's been going on with the Senate Bill 1867 and other events of late. It's just incredible. It's just incredible that we're on the cusp of war with Iran, Syria, Pakistan. It's very troubling times, and everybody's just watching football games and basketball special and all this other stuff, and Dancing with the Stars and the X Factor and all these shows. Just, it's Christmas time, and let's just be positive. And I'm all for being positive, ladies and gentlemen, because honestly, what I'm doing is extremely positive here. Because if I was negative, I would just say, let's give up. No. We have to fight this because it will enslave us. There is no doubt about it. We are already in a state of slavery, and at this point, most of it, people don't perceive it. They don't see themselves as being slaves. They don't see themselves as being manipulated by this corrupt government. They don't see it. These forces are intent on deindustrializing America, bringing us to a serfdom situation through all of these social programs. Now, I tell you, I was a lifelong Democrat my whole life. This has nothing to be with until I woke up and realized that both of these parties are complicit in this takeover. All right, I'm a libertarian. I woke up. I realized the fact that the special interests, these bankers, and the military-industrial complex, combined with the illicit activities of the CIA, infiltrated all by these secret societies that are running everything. And it is true. They are. Okay, they do have the Bilderberg Group meetings. This isn't some sort of a theory, okay, ladies and gentlemen. For 10 or 20 years, they denied that the Bilderberg meetings, or for 30 years, they denied they even existed. Now they actually have some coverage. Everything is coming to the surface. Just like they denied for 40 years the Gulf of Tonkin was a false flag, even though the people on the ship, the own sailors, said that nothing happened. Okay? They were misled. They're conspiracy theorists. They have a grudge against the government. XXX million different stories. 40 years later, it comes out, of course, it was a false flag, and it resulted in the Vietnam War. Okay, I can go on and on again with this. The attack against Waco, attacking the militias, bringing up all these Trump charges that might be true or not true, but instead of prosecuting them, they killed them. They killed this to show a message of force. Okay, same thing that they're doing here with making these messages of force. Assassinations. Now the president can take out anybody he wants. They are setting incredibly fascist principles into place here. Now, at the hour break, we're going to have a nice little treat because I put together a little video and audio recording of the 12 Days of Fascism by my good friend Harry Link. at D2NWO.com, Death to the New World Order. That's D2NWO.com, Death to the New World Order. A great fighter in liberty, and you can also watch his streaming show, Death to the New World Order, on livestream.com, just as you can watch the live broadcast and streaming 24-hour Truth Talk News on livestream.com/Truth Talk News. Of course, 24/7 informedradio.com for your listening pleasure. Now, there we go. That's just from the first article about Sweden. A little bit of digression, but it always leads, again, this whole pot that we're stirring here, this bottomless pit of evil. It just always seems to culminate and somehow return to the center, to these controllers who are doing all that they can to put in regulations to deindustrialize. Meanwhile, GE is getting all these sweetheart deals, and their coal plants are being shut down because they say that they're dirty and they're inefficient, instead of fixing them and cleaning them and making them more efficient, even though putting better scrubbers in. Although most of the coal plants that coal could be so utilized. We have plenty of oil. All of these things, these are all accessible. That's why North Dakota is starting to make some moves here, because they are going into that huge Balkan discovery that they have. There's billions of barrels, ladies and gentlemen, of unrecovered oil. Now, the eco-fascists, and we're going to be going a lot into this since I'm going to be talking about the Club of Rome. Now, the eco-fascists, these same people that control and own the oil interests and the banking and interests that have to do with the petroleum industry, okay, are also funding and behind the opposition to that, which is this new alternative energy and all this other stuff. So you would say, well, why would they do that? Well, this is how they control the opposition and stop drilling. Stop any of this extra exploration, to keep the prices and everything high, to keep everything and to keep control, while they move into this new technology that's going to cost many more dollars, that's going to go into our tax resources, again bringing us further into slavery, to get all of these programs for clean energy and electric cars and all this renewable energy and all that stuff, which is all good and needed and necessity. There's a necessity for it. However, we all know that the technology, the way they're outputting it, is, even though they have the technology to do incredible, we have free energy. There could be free energy. Tesla created it. He discovered it. There's free energy sources, ladies and gentlemen, that we could all be benefiting from, but these criminals are stopping us. They're shutting us down, these elites, so that they can control us and make money off of us and enslave us and not allow us to ever possibly threaten them like we would ever want to. We just want to live a decent life where you're out of our face and leave us alone and let us prosper. If I want to have 2 houses and I can afford it, why not? Why make it impossible? Why make the American dream a fantasy? A pipe dream? Well, that's what they're doing. But everyone thinks it's attainable, but it's a pipe dream in the future. It's going to be virtually impossible. If you have property now, let's hope that you can keep it, that they don't figure out a way to take it from you, even if you own it outright. Agenda 21 being put in place across the world. Hillary Clinton going around the world with speaking of gun control, UN gun control, UN this, United Nations that, UN this, world government, the Pope calling for a World Bank, for a world government. The Pope, yeah, who's going to be doing his Christmas Mass tonight, yeah, the former Hitler Youth. Oh my God. I mean, I swear, it is the Twilight Zone. And I hope that I'm reaching you people. I know sometimes it's like a lot of information to take in, but everything that I'm talking about is true, and you have to really understand that they're really trying to manipulate your thought patterns to make you not realize what's going on. And when you realize you're going on, it's just like that movie They Live. And I recommend everybody see the movie They Live, because it's such a great analogy to what's going on. And obviously, John Carpenter was wide awake in 1988 when that movie came out. Now, of course, it's this alien race or whatever, or these aliens that took over the Earth in the movie, right? And they're all look like people. And if you can get these special sunglasses that the Resistance got who was actually led by Mick Fleetwood, which I thought was pretty funny, actually. He's the head of the resistance. You put these glasses on, you can see that they're what they really look like and that they're aliens, and they have all these little tricks and stuff that they can do. And he's trying to convince, Roddy Piper is the actor, the wrestler, is he gets these glasses and he sees all this stuff, and there's messages that people don't see but it's there, obey, all this other stuff. Then he tries to convince a co-worker that this is going on and to put these glasses on, and literally they have a fist fight. And it's ridiculous. He will just not put these glasses on, no matter how much they have to fight each other. He refuses. This Keith David, the other actor, refuses to put the glasses on. Now, there's a reason that I'm bringing this all up, because it shows how much resistance there is to truth, how much resistance there is to reality. You don't want to know. I don't want to know. You're crazy. You're insane. That's what it was all saying. Once he did put the glasses on and he saw, of course, he realized what was going on and joined the struggle. And this is exactly it. It's the same struggle, ladies and gentlemen. This is no joke. We have to unite, and our unity is our strength. There is no way that we're going to survive the coming decades under this ongoing tyranny, which is going to just continuously, slowly clamp down to the point where everything, everyone's just not going to pay attention. You say, oh, you're crazy. Meanwhile, they're going to demonize everybody that they're putting away, everybody that they're going to just false flag, call them terrorists. It's just like the movie, The Running Man. It's just like that. It's out of control. You see that he, obviously, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character didn't do the crimes that he was even convicted of doing, and they fabricated this entire film of him blowing up killing these people, to demonize him, to make him an evil person, just like it was illustrated in 1984 by George Orwell. Again, to give these people this image that they want you to believe and want you to perceive. And once you believe it and perceive it, it's virtually, I wouldn't say impossible, because that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to wake you up. But it is very difficult to get out of this belief system. How could you believe that the government would do such evil things? Even though they're caught over and over and over and over and over again. I can go over millions of things. Shooting up kids in Guatemala with syphilis. The Tuskegee syphilis experiments. MK Ultra. Project Shad. Project Monarch. All of these evil things. Okay, our government has been behind. Assassinations. It's just unbelievable. False flag attacks, attacking our own people. It's hard to believe, but we're complicit in these things. It is possible for our government, the only way for our government to hire radical people that want to die for their cause, to go into this thing and not realizing that they're also moving forward the New World Order by crashing planes into buildings and having no resistance to their activity. Forget about all this other stuff to cloud the truth with all these ridiculous theories that they have and other things. But that's how it happened. It's not like they were paid off, they were put into the system. But they were believing in what they were doing was what they were believing in, it was the cause, and it wasn't the cause. Because, of course, we all know that Tim Osman was a created asset by the CIA in 1981, Osama bin Laden, to fight the Afghan war. After Al-Qaeda was founded by the CIA in 1979. On record, again, this is Truth Talk News. We are change. This is where the news, the mainstream media ignores, is the top story, and your voice is heard. And let's hear your voice. Give us a call. I've been chatting for about 20 minutes. Give us a shout, 772-905-3018. I'll be here until a little after 5 today, and we'll be discussing the Club of Rome in detail as soon as I get through the news.